Become a winner in losing weight. It was late in the day, and my next patient I would be meeting for the first time. As the woman entered my office upon introduction, I was surprised by her response to my question how she had heard about me. She went on to say it was through an article she read in a regional newspaper about a coach who had become well known for getting his clients to become winners at losing. Once we had taken our seats in my office, I asked her, "What can I do for you today?" She answered, "Can you help me to lose weight?" My response stunned her. "Is it all you want me to do?" You see, too many times a potential client is focused on getting started and not on what the finish will be like. She went on to say that dieting had become a second career. She described herself being very good at losing weight, but no matter what diet she tried, nothing worked for very long, and the weight always came back, usually with a few extra pounds tagging along to make the matters worse. She saw herself as weak, lacking in discipline, and her self-esteem was in ruins. I admired her determination. Here she was, ready to try again, still hoping after all these years of failure. She said, "I've tried everything. There seems to be something wrong with me." I responded, "There's nothing wrong with you. You've been on diets that are wrong. We don't fail at diets. Diets fail us." Over the last 2 decades, I've met thousands of people in the same fix. By the time they come to me, a nutritionist in private practice, and known to my clients as the fat loss coach, they've been on every diet imaginable. Their experiences have already proven that diets don't work, but they don't understand why. They come to me searching for a new diet when what is really called for is a new lifestyle. Why do they need a nutritional coach? They've become good at being overweight and the beliefs and behaviors that support it. It takes more than knowing what to do. You must develop behaviors which keep you doing what you know. That was the reason I asked if losing weight was all she wanted me to help her to do. You see, losing weight alone is not enough. To do it right, we need to make sure the weight she had lost was fat without the loss of lean muscle and bring balance to her metabolism. She commented, "I think my metabolism is dead." After laughing, I responded saying she would have to break away from the conventional wisdom, which I have proven is not very wise. Metabolism is more than just burning calories. I explained I would teach her the difference between anabolic and catabolic metabolism. In simple terms, anabolic means the building up or repairing of tissue, and catabolic refers to the breaking down of tissue. To reach her ideal weight, she would need to learn how to balance both the anabolic and catabolic process. I pointed out that each time she had lost weight by dieting, her body became stuck in the catabolic mode. Unfortunately, that is why all diets seem to work only in the beginning. The problem with her dieting, as she lost weight, there was a loss of both fat and muscle. Muscle loss occurred because her metabolism became trapped in the catabolic phase. Her body was shutting down because it was being underfed. She was fighting against thousands of years of hormonal evolution that when under stress of undereating, the body wants to store fat. I said, "You're fighting an opponent that's not easy to defeat. It's a lot easier to work within your body's chemistry than to work against it." Her next response told me she was starting to catch on. She said, "Are you telling me I'm an overweight undereater?" I smiled and responded, 9 out of 10 new clients I meet are just as surprised as you when I tell them they are undereaters, not overeaters. She went on to say, I'm afraid to eat. I spend much of my day in front of a computer, and I was worried that a job with low physical activity meant I shouldn't eat more than some small amounts at a time and not very often. I said, food's not your problem, it will become your solution. I will teach you the secret to managing your weight lies in 3 changes in eating behavior. To control your hormonal response, you must learn to eat the right type of food in the proper portion at least 4 times per day. This will control your blood sugar levels and the insulin glucagon's response to what you eat. Like most clients, you're suffering from peaks and valleys in your blood sugar levels. In the peaks, the pancreas releases too much insulin, and the lean tissue or muscles are overfed, and the excess is stored as fat. In the valleys, there is too little production of insulin, and the lean tissue is now underfed. That is what has caused your desire for snacking during the valleys and your overeating late in the day. When you eat too little amounts, this increases the production of the hormone cortisol due to stress, which causes increased fat storage. Combined with this increased insulin levels during peaks in blood sugar, the fat storage is mainly in the abdominal region. Losing fat without losing muscle begins with not being too aggressive or extreme with your reduction of carbohydrates. You need carbohydrate management, not carbohydrate elimination. Carbohydrates must be controlled in 2 ways. First is the glycemic index, which refers to how quickly do the carbohydrates turn to blood sugar or glucose. Second is the glycemic load, which refers to how much glucose they turn to. Over the last 20 plus years working with thousands of clients, I've found by reducing carbohydrates by 20% of daily needs and within 48 hours replenishing the glycogen, glucose and water in the muscles by eating 100% of the carbohydrate requirements allows for fat loss without muscle loss. In essence, you'll have 2 fat-burning days, then a recovery day. By doing this, you will have the best of both worlds. You'll experience fat loss that averages between 2 to 3 pounds weekly while muscles are being well fed. There will be a balance between the anabolic, repair and rebuild, and the catabolic, breaking down and elimination. The proper amount of calories you eat on your recovery day will keep away the dreaded plateau that most dieters experience. Her final question was not surprising. She said, "This all makes sense, but how will I be able to keep off the fat I lose? I've never been able to keep it off." My answer, however, took her by surprise. I said, "You do not lose fat cells, you shrink them. You do not eliminate fat cells, you make them smaller. If you think you lost something, then you don't have to manage something you no longer have. That is why you have never made it your lifestyle. Learning what to eat is half the mission of getting to your ideal weight and staying there. You must also develop new eating habits that become your eating character." Managing your weight is a lifestyle. It's someone you become, not something you try. I will help you to form the belief, the discipline, and the passion to manage your new knowledge of eating. I have helped thousands become their ideal weight from the inside out. Working together, we can get you to your ideal body composition by transforming your thoughts and disciplining your habits into a lifestyle.